You can have everything you want in just 3 minutes. Now, I know that your brain right now is saying, impossible. What is she talking about? But I'm not talking about wishful thinking. I'm talking about neuroscience, because your brain right now is not manifesting what you desire based on what you hope will happen. Is manifesting, good or bad, based on what it predicts. And that's why so many people are doing all the things and stay stuck. But when you learn to hack your brain's prediction pattern, you reset it in less than 3 minutes, manifestation becomes easy for you. And I'm about to teach you exactly how to do that. My name is Giselle Beaumais. I have a background in applied neuroscience at the master's level, and I get to work with brilliant women entrepreneurs as I help them to open up to abundance by removing the blocks that are preventing it. Your brain is the most advanced prediction machine in the entire planet. Think about it like this. Every second of the day, your brain is predicting what is going to happen next. It's running simulations all the time. It's not just reacting to your life, it's guessing what will happen. But here's the thing, your brain uses the past to try and predict the future. So if your past is not your ideal life, then what is it predicting and operating from? If your past is that you make on your business maybe $10,000 to $20,000 a month, your brain then predicts that $10,000 to $20,000 a month is what's safe and what you should repeat again. So you can journal all you want. You can do the vision board all you want. You can say affirmations all day, every day. But if your brain keeps predicting from your past, it will organize your emotions, your choices, your behaviors, your actions, and even your perception to keep it aligned to that prediction. So learning, transforming, shifting into that wealth identity, they don't happen by just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. They come from a prediction error. And you keep doing affirmations that I am now someone that makes $100,000 a month. And you keep repeating that affirmation. What's happening? Your brain is literally just laughing. It's just looking at that affirmation as a fantasy. And it's not because you're not capable. You are. It's only because it doesn't match the model. That's why I will hear so often, I've done the vision boards, the journaling, the affirmations, but it's been a while and you're still at the same income level. Or you'll go up a little bit and you'll come back down again. Your brain will update that from a surprise. So it needs a prediction error to be able to update. And you only need a few minutes to be able to do that. It just needs to be a moment where your brain says, ooh, this does not match the old pattern. Let me update it. And now it can predict a new pattern. Do you see how that then makes manifesting so much easier? Because now there's a new prediction to follow. In applied neuroscience, which is my background, we know that a strong emotional prediction error will make learning and change so much faster than passive repetition. That's why an athlete will use surprise drills or changes to their practice as a way to train their nervous system. They're deliberately creating a new response. The same principle is going to apply for you to be able to shift into the wealth identity that will bring your manifestations to life. And 3 minutes is enough. Your brain doesn't care how long it takes. It just cares, was it strong enough? Was it strong enough to change the response? Think about it like this. You probably don't remember what you had for lunch 3 Thursdays ago, but you do remember how you felt when you got really shocking news. One was more passive, one had a strong emotion. I'm going to give you right now the 3-minute process, but right after I give you that, you need to listen to the part about your brain's loyalty to your past. Because if you don't get that context, the 3 minutes might not work for you. Warning, don't let the simplicity of this confuse you. It is very intentionally and deliberately designed using neuroscience to give you a new prediction error, one that your brain cannot ignore. For those of you who are intrigued with the kind of deep work that I do with women in my mastermind, and you are so ready to embody the wealth identity of the woman that can receive $10,000 to $100,000 a month, then you want to apply to the mastermind to see if you qualify. Okay, minute number 1 is disruption. You have to break the running loop. Otherwise, you're just going to default right back to the old prediction. So let's break it. Let's disrupt it. So this first minute, your job is to deliberately shock the system. We need to give it a declaration that your brain does not expect. I want you to stand up, feet flat, uncross everything. Don't cross your arms. Everything's uncrossed. Feet flat. I want you to stand up straight and firmly. You are now at the posture of that woman who's got the wealth identity. Stand like you own your truth. Lift your chest and open your posture. And then out loud, you're going to declare your statement, keeping that stand. So if you've been stuck at $10,000 to $20,000 a month, for example, I am now a $30,000 a month woman. You're not going to whisper it. You're not going to say, I am now. Declare it. I am now a $30,000 a month woman. What we're doing is we're firing up the part of your brain, the ACC, that detects a prediction error. You're not trying to convince yourself with this, okay? So don't say to yourself, but I don't believe it. It doesn't matter. All we're trying to do is shock your system. That's all we're trying to do. It just needs to be said strong enough that you surprise your brain. That's why you can't be timid about this. You can't say this like a poetry affirmation. You're declaring it and you're standing strong as you're saying it. And you're saying it out loud. I did this myself and I'm still doing this as I became the woman that receives 7 figures existing simply as myself. This process works and you do not need to believe it. Now, the second step, we need to anchor that because your nervous system is at first going to see this as a threat. We need to instead have your nervous system see this as your truth. For the second minute, we're just regulating it into safety in your body. So now you will soften your stand. Still standing up, just soften everything. Still have an open posture. And all you're gonna do is breathe in from your nose. And when you're breathing out, I want you to just hum. We're activating your vagus nerve. So you will breathe in from your nose and then hum it out. Slowing everything down. When your body feels safe, it will allow this to be your truth. So that's why we're downshifting for that minute. Now we need to rehearse this. So your third minute, because we don't want a desperate wish. We want this to be your new truth. You've already disrupted the system. You've anchored it in safety. Now we're going to rehearse it so that your brain sees it as real. For the next minute, you're going to repeat your statement 2 to 3 times. You're going to say it slowly. Okay, so not that strong declaration. We're going to say it slowly. I am now a $30,000 a month woman. And even slower, pausing in between. Now this is important. You need to say it as fact. Just like you would say the sky is blue. And what does that feel like? I want you to create a scene. You are now a $30,000 a month woman. What does that look like in your life? What is the emotion that comes with that? Embody that and bring that in. And you're just holding that emotional frequency for 60 seconds. All we're doing with this is we're engaging the hippocampus and your prefrontal cortex. They are consolidating because you're using that high arousal emotion. Your neurons at that point are wiring together. You're creating a new pattern and a new prediction. Now, here's the part that will make this successful for you. And it's the fact that your brain is loyal to the past. So this is now your new prediction, essentially your new past. So now we need to ground it. We need to make your brain loyal to this. And here's how you're going to do this. The first time you did that, you already started the rewiring process. But do this for 21 days in a row, and now it's stabilized. You already most likely are saying affirmations all the time. And it's basically trying to repeat a phrase until your brain believes it. But with this short 3-minute practice, you're shocking your brain with the new truth. You're anchoring it in safety, and then you're rehearsing it. Night and day difference. One is passive. One creates a new prediction. Now, for some common mistakes, don't choose a number that is ridiculously higher than where you currently are. My example was you being between $10,000 and $20,000 a month. I used $30,000 a month for the prediction error reset. I did not say $200,000 a month for the prediction reset. And the reason is we don't want something that your brain just says is a fantasy, is such a mismatch. We want a number that stretches you a little bit, but not that feels like wishful thinking. Another mistake to not make is don't say that first declaration passively. Own it. Own that statement. A third mistake is not anchoring it. Skipping the nervous system regulation. Do not skip that. We need to anchor it as safe. And then a very common mistake is trying to determine the how right away. Trying to think, how's it going to happen though? How's it going to happen? The point is to reset the brain's prediction. And you know what else will happen? Your actions will start to change with that reset. The how figures out itself. You do not need to figure it out right now. You deserve everything you desire because you are majestic. You are so much more powerful than you realize. And I cannot wait for you to realize it.